Alright, hello again. It's been quite a while since I've done any kind of video, and especially not one with Visual Studio up, but here we go. So, my game engine. It is still a thing, which shocks me personally. I went through a stage of trying to, well, some of the stuff I sort of talked about before. Like I had a 2D engine, which is what the engine was called. It was called 2D. It still is. Then I tried to upgrade it to 3D. Then I tried to move over to Unity because 3D programming is fucking hard, and I'm not that patient. And none of those last two things really grabbed me. Like doing stuff in 3D, I like doing 2D stuff. It's simple, especially from an engine perspective. Engine. And I don't want to use Unity because, like, it's somewhat counterintuitive to use. Like most game engines are. I think you have to learn the language of the engine. And because I've written this engine, I know the language. I wrote the language. It's in JSONese, and I thought to myself, well, why did I want to use 3D? I wanted to use 3D because 3D is the future. But I could just as easily just do a 2D game. And if it gets to the point where the game needs 3D, if I've programmed it all in my engine, I'll be able to... TV, shush. I will be able to sort of move it out of my engine into another engine by learning the language of the other engine, rather than sort of struggling to get any progress whatsoever. And I think that's been a real big problem of mine, trying to get progress to get me motivated. There's a lot going on in my life, and not all of it's positive, and trying to get just that little bit of fuel in me to just want to continue. I needed that. So I've moved back to my engine, where I can do things pretty rapidly. It is C++, which I am most familiar with, even though like C# does a lot of stuff for you. You don't really have to think about a lot of the stuff you do. I do quite like C++ because it is what I've used. And it's what I've used a lot. On top of that, it is my engine. I know how to do things. I know how to render. I know how to play sounds. I know how to do keyboard input. I know how to do all this other crap. I know how the state management works. I know all of that off the top of my head because I wrote it from the ground up. So I thought to myself, okay, just start again, bring back up the engine. I downgraded it from the 3D version of the engine back to the 2D version of the engine, not only because it removed a lot of crap, but because doing the 3D stuff sort of half broke the 2D stuff and it needed to be worked on. And I decided that it would just be a fuck ton easier just to revert it. Now, I didn't revert everything. There was some stuff I did bring back. Some stuff to do with camera control, some stuff to do with key binding, and I think I did a couple of other things too that I brought back in, but I'm not entirely sure. But all of the 3D stuff is kaput, it's gone. So I thought I would just show you guys what I have actually not only done between the last time and now, but in total. Because I was trying to find a video to show a friend of mine, Reaper, who is going to be on this channel at some point if we ever get time to fucking record anything. I wanted to show him what the web page does, and I could not find a video for it. So I'm just going to make one, and I'm going to bring it up now. So this here is the web page for my engine and all the stuff that is exposed to the engine. At the moment, there's not a lot. We have the command console, which is probably not assigned at the moment, which I should probably do. All this new Visual Studio stuff is just, it's all in the wrong place. Go over to here, please. You, I definitely don't need. Alright. And I don't remember how to use it because it's been so fucking long. Let's have a look. Console. Toggle. Is that what I want to do? Yes. Alright. Oh fuck. Okay. Let me just very quickly I promise you, I know what I'm doing. Get console, toggle, console. Oh yeah. Fuck, I'm losing it. Alright, what button did I assign it to? X. No. Oh no, it's there, just not showing up. As you can see, the triangle count go up. Exit. No? I'm sure I have an exit command. No. Huh. Could have sworn I did. Anyway, I'll have to look up how to do that. I do not remember for the life of me how to do that. Tab. Tab, apparently. So maybe it was working before. No. Da 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 da. Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, it's just not rendering. Camera position 0, 0, 0. Camera. Oh god, I'm trying to type 100, 100, 100. I don't know. Whatever. I'll figure that out. I need it running again. So that's the command console, which you also have the ability to do here. So if I go camera position 0, 0, command not found. Oh my god. What do I even bother? Ah, it actually just returns it. Yeah. Yeah. So let me just put that down on my to-do list. Very long. Fix command console, you Dumbo. I have been working on other stuff for it, the engine. I just rejigged the what is it? It's not so much a compressed file system, but as like a proprietary file system where you can combine a bunch of data into a, I've called it a crush file, which sounds fucking stupid now that I rethink about it. So let's bring it up. Oops. Basically, if I fire up this guy, which I'm pretty sure I've shown before, open crushed file. So let's go default assets. Okay. So this is what's currently in there, and this gets extracted when you open it. So I got these 3 files. These are just me testing out my experience system. So I'll get rid of that thing. So I got this as the data, and that gets stuck into one big file with 2 other files, and it basically comes out looking like this. So it's a binary representation of the length, the file name, and then the sorry, it's the number of files first. I did this like 2 years ago. The number of files first, the length of the file that you're currently at, the name of the file, and then the data. And then you can sort of leap along to see where you're at. It's like a file allocation thing. And it works. It works as well as I'd expect it to. You can load things into RAM, like at startup, and then you could just get them from RAM rather than getting from the disk at any point. You could choose to load them at any time rather than at startup. So if you want to just load one file in, like in the case of what I'm currently using it for, I'm loading this default linear curve file in when I create my experience curve, which is just tells it, you know. The basic gist of this file is it tells it that it's going to be every... no, is it the custom curve I've got in? No. Nope. Nope. No. Yeah, okay, no. Every 100 XP, every level you add 100 XP that you have to get. So the first level is 100, then 200, then 300, etc. So, yeah. So I've just hooked up a couple of keys to add experience, and you can see it doing its thing and leveling up. So yeah, that's that. And I'm quite proud of that particular system. It works well. You can put as many files in there as you want, although I probably wouldn't recommend putting too many because, you know, they get pretty big. Although it shouldn't, now that I think about it, it shouldn't have any effect on performance. If you want to get the last file in the system, it should only take, you know, very small amount of time to jump between file to file. So that's fine. So we'll just exit that. So that I'm quite proud of this. But here's the thing. I was only testing it so if they were in the folder with the exe. So you'd go into this guy. This guy. So this is the path to one of these files. So this like crushed colon is like, okay, it's going to be one of these files. Before I didn't have the ability to do this, so it is inside a folder. So you got the binary, the bin directory, and then everything's pathed off that. But what if you wanted to go your bin directory, then you wanted to go inside another directory and put your files in there? You know, organization is really important. I don't think there's many games you'll actually find that are just everything in one giant folder. So it's got like this debug assets folder, but that didn't work before because I didn't really plan for it. So I upgraded that to do that. So now this is the path to the file. This is saying go through the file combiner system, and this is the path into the combined file. Think of it like a zip file, and there's these files in a zip file. It's the exact same representation. I want to upgrade this to look like WinRAR or WinZip, but to be honest, it works, and I'm lazy. The other issue I had was for some reason my find window comes up over there. If I go to, did I delete it? Oh, I unloaded the project. Before, like this file here, there used to be a base directory, and everything used to be pathed on the base. So the base was, I've closed it. It says compact, but it doesn't really compact. Whatever, okay, whatever. The base was this guy, and everything would be base / something. And I'm like, why am I typing in always base / something? So I upgraded that. Well, I fixed that. I shouldn't say upgraded, I fixed. So that if the first 5 characters are not base, add it. Lovely. How easy. And then also, I used to have reusing code is good. Rewriting the same code and having to maintain it in multiple places is fucking stupid. That's what I had here. Every time I wanted to get this crush file name and sort of crack it open to the base file, which is the file you're opening, and the sub file, which is the file inside of the file you're opening, I'd have to do that calculation manually on every one, and that was dumb. So this does that now, and instead of looking for the first /, which is what it used to do, it now looks for this .crush file. So that does have the limitation they all have to have the same file extension, and this should be a constant at the top, so I can change that. I should most of these things. Magic numbers and magic strings are bad, but fuck you. I should change that, but you know, whatever. So anyway, back to this. This is the web page. This is the debug web page. When you build this in release mode, this does not get compiled in at all. There is no way you can go into the back end for a released game, and I'm not going to show you that, but you have to trust me. So there's a couple of things. Firstly, it gives you the command console, which is always big number 0. It's always the first thing that's loaded. It gives you all the commands. Change res, camera position, set logging, get seeded random number, and get random number. These can be anything you want to do with your game or the engine or whatever. For the moment, like obviously these are just debug ones and they work. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to make it work, and it works. I don't know when my console's gone though, which is actually frustrating the fuck out of me now that I think about it more. Ah, fuck! I need to learn how to type. I recently broke my knuckle, fractured my knuckle, and I haven't regained. It's been 5 weeks now. I haven't regained the full use of it. Like, for one, I can't bend it further than that. I can't bend it further than that. But I haven't. I've been in a splint, so I haven't like relearned where to place my hands. I've been typing like that kind of thing, and it's really, really, really frustrating. print. Position. What is my position? Go to the... Oh. No. I'm determined to fix this, but I'm going to give up halfway through and get really mad because I look like a fucking idiot. Okay, where do we use this? The life of... Interesting. That seems stupid. That seems like I've done something wrong. No? Alright, I'm actually curious to what this comes up as. 'Cause I bet you the camera isn't defined and that's why it's doing that. Great job, Chase. Great fucking job. Oh no, it's 0, 0. Alright, let's just go into here and position. That seems right. So I go back to the init state where I've got all this stuff. That does not seem right because I am setting the camera position afterwards. So what I should be doing is when I go to this and I go, do I have an update? So text input.set position. What do you reckon, people? You reckon it worked? Nope, I am bad. Anyway, I will eventually get left. No, that's... hang on. So the camera is minus 100 Z. The Z here is 0. So if I go... I gotta fix the Z stuff so it's not as stupid. If I go plus 100. This is all stuff like, it's still very much in production. Fuck you! Anyway. Oh. See, this is what my life is like. I constantly realize I do little fuck-ups. Oh, come on! Give me a break! Let's do list.add editable vector3 item. No. Add vector3 item. Let's go console position. This is how easy it is to add something to that web page, by the way. Text input.position. No. Get pos. Really? I don't have a position fucking thing for that? Huh. And I do have to fix my pointer referencing and all that bullshit, but once again, ignore my typing. I still cannot get the position right of my fingers. Temp. And I don't know why I found that funny. Anyway, let's see what's happening on the web. See, I'm just showing the effectiveness. So if I go to here and I refresh this, command console. So that's not right. Why? Okay. This is something I knew I'd fucking run into at some point. The from what I understand it, like this representation of the camera, which is maybe it is right. Because it's a library and an exe, I don't think it shares the data correctly, but I mean, I could be wrong. So if I go camera position 0 minus 100 minus 100, so that works, right? Whereas my get left fucking yeah, I think my get left, I think I've changed it from the center of the screen to like the top left, so camera.cpp get left. No, that's correct. So if I look at the call stack, this is going to be from the console. No? Sprite font. So you can actually see what the letter Q is, 128. So this will be... Oh, the console isn't open, that's why it's like that. Okay. Is it open? No. But now it's open. So if I look at... See, this is what life is like as a software engineer. It's not as easy as everyone says. So you gotta look at the Y values. It doesn't even look like it's being sent to render. Look, I could honestly be on this all fucking day because I get very, very much enthralled by my work, and I have to go somewhere soon. I just want to see if this actually like... Alright, I guess that does work. So, position. Yeah, so that's incorrect. So, hang on. I think I've got it now. I need to fix things, but I just want to get position.x and then get position.oa. Why not? Wow, that was some true fucking comedy right there. Oh, come on! Give me a fucking break. I'm actually angry now. Is that minus 68? Oh my god. How about I just do this? Just to test, because this is actually... This has turned less into a... Look how cool I am to a... Jesus, Jason. You really know how to fuck things up. Yeah. Hey, it's down there. Okay. So 0, 0 is down there. Okay. So what is the camera position? That's the console position, 0, 0, 0. What is the camera position? The game camera. I gotta change that as well to actually have the fucking game camera there. 0, minus 100, and minus 100. Why have I got that as minus 100? I probably did that accidentally, to be quite honest. There should be X, Y. Man, there's something screwy going on with my camera. If I do that. Oh, I just figured it out. Hang on. It's absolute. That's why. Holy crap, Jason. You're a fucking genius. I changed the sprite font to be absolute. So it's an absolute position on the screen. It's nothing to do with where the camera is. So if I go oh, fuck me. See, this is what happens when you change things and don't... Ugh, I hit undo? Really? Okay. And don't fucking check shit. I am a god! Anyway. Makes sense. Anyway, back on track. Web page. So this one manages to crash my freaking thing half the time, but these aren't as useful as you'd think. I haven't got these two guys working yet, or these two guys. I'm definitely not using... What am I using 40 meg of RAM? No, I am using 18 meg of RAM. OBS is using 500. Well, that's much of a muchness. I say I was using 27% of my CPU on this thing. It's interesting. That would imply I'm using 2 threads. And I didn't think I had threading. Interesting. 100,000 thread handles. Anyway, so all this kind of crap you can look at, which is not really useful. Update manager isn't useful. Font isn't useful. Texture database. This is actually another thing I'm actually quite proud of. It allows you to specify a texture anywhere, and when it goes to render, it will only load that texture in if it hasn't... Oh, sorry. When you specify the texture, it only loads it in if it hasn't already been loaded in. And then when it goes to render, it just pulls in... It sorts it by texture and renders everything on the same texture at once, allowing one single render call for hundreds and hundreds of elements. And you'll see that here. I got 2 render calls here because this is one sprite and this is one sprite. As you can see, Berlin is the font and blocks is this E. So that works really cool. Statistically, just showed you sprite, which I got to update to show position and all that kind of stuff. Texture is not initialized correctly. I've got to fix that, obviously. Texture Berlin. Something going wrong there. Put that on my ever-growing to-do list. Fix texture initialization on the web page. But the basic gist of it is I want to be able to host the PNG file here, so you'll be able to see what the actual texture is, what it's doing, and all that kind of other stuff. So that's the general gist of this. Now this is a pretty small list of stuff. I haven't got much stuff enabled. I deleted a bunch of stuff before I started this because it was pretty unruly, and it takes a while to load as a result. So I want to work on doing that a bit better. But yeah, that's the main two things. So my own little file system thingy here, and then the web page, and I got a logging console and stuff. So I can go, if I go command console, what have I got? Set logging to trace. No. I don't remember the command. I got to add it so that if you get the command wrong, it just sort of gives you hints. Set logging. So I got one there, I guess, but three. I fucking hate you. You make me look like an asshole. Yeah. Did I type it wrong? Oh, I double G'd. And what that should do is, I don't have many log things happening at the moment, so it's hard to show, but the basic gist of it is it'll show you all the input and output from all this stuff that doesn't matter. And the idea is it will compile out a lot of the logging stuff, but at the moment I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. And that's it. That's me rambling on for, Jesus Christ, half an hour about this shit. And I guess the general gist of what I'm trying to say is it's whatever you need to get motivation to do something, even if it wastes time. I think it's worth it. I spent 6 months staring at Unity trying to do something, and every time I look at it I want to hurt myself. And I switched over to the engine, and in 2 days I've been able to sort of recapture a little bit of that flame I have for this. And like it's not much. I've got an experience system, but I push 1, I add 10, I push 7, I add 75, and I push 0, I add 100, and it works. So like I said, it's not much, but it's a kick in the right direction. And I think that even if it's gonna, like, if I have to move over to Unity in 3 months and I've wasted 3 months writing code for an engine I'm not going to use, transferring that code over is going to be simple. But if I spent the next 3 months trying to get passion for Unity, I don't think it's going to happen, and I think I will do nothing. So what is more wasted, the time you procrastinate or the time you do a task that only 10% of it can be used? And I think the answer is obvious to me, at least. But if it's not obvious to you, maybe you think differently to me, or maybe I'm just fucking stupid. I thank you for watching. If you got this far, I apologize for being me. But hey, I fixed my command console. Yeah. And I can do camera position. I gotta add like a commands command that prints out all the commands. How many times do you think I can say that? Oh, yeah, let's generate a random number. I can't paste. 27242. That is everyone's number now. It is 27242. I'm gonna mark that down in my other to-do list. To do something with 27242. Goodbye.